Hello friends, now let us take up the concept number 5.6, the for loop statement. So far in all programs we used only while loop. While loop, now we are going to focus on for loop. In while loop you find initialization in the beginning as a separate statement. Thereafter you are writing test expression along with the while loop. Thereafter you are creating body and executable statements you are writing, then incrementation you are writing. Actually the three essential conditions for a loop are initialization, test expression and incrementation. Initialization as a separate statement we are writing, test expression along with the while we are writing, thereafter we are writing body, within the body we are writing executable statements, statement or statements, and thereafter incrementation we are writing. This is the format. So here one difficulty is the three essential elements are written in different places. There is a scope of error. Sometimes you may forget to write incrementation. Of course it is not a syntax error, but your loop runs only once. As there is no incrementation, it does not continue the runs. Understand? That type of mistake may be committed, then you should be little careful with this. And one more thing, sometimes we create infinite loop voluntarily. In the previous concept I explained. Then how can you create an infinite loop using while? Just simple, you write true. That means the test expression in the beginning it is true and it remains true forever. So infinite loop is created, and if you want to break it, some statement, some mechanism I explain using break, that we write, and infinite loop is controlled by that break statement. A little later we know that. And this is as far as while loop is concerned. And now we are focusing on for loop. This is very simple format. This is a simple format and it is very popular loop because for this is initialization, semicolon, test expression, semicolon, incrementation, semicolon, thereafter body. Actually, why most programmers, either beginner or professional, they like this? Why? All the three elements you are writing in one line. That's why the scope of committing errors is very less, and you have to focus on the syntax. After initialization there is a semicolon, after test expression there is another semicolon, and there is no semicolon after incrementation. That means you must understand writing two semicolons is a must in for loop. And as far as body is concerned, it is optional. It is optional means, suppose there is only one statement is there. By default, for loop is applicable to one statement. By default, for loop is applicable to one statement. If there are more than one statement, then all these statements are executed subject to for loop and all that, then creating body is a must. But I suggest you always create a body, then you can find the uniformity in all the three loops. For all the three loops we can create body, uniformity will be there. The scope of committing error is limited, because one statement is there, body is not compulsory, and more than one statement are there, then body is compulsory. In all cases you write body. That is always a good programming practice, and uniformity will be there, readability will be there, a block you can find, and the scope of committing errors is less. Okay, Now let us work out a program in this 5.7, demo number 5.7. In this we are printing a table, that is conversion table from Fahrenheit to centigrade. Fahrenheit to centigrade, for this purpose Fahrenheit to centigrade class we have defined, that main we are defining, and for float where Fahrenheit sake one variable of float type we declared, centigrade sake we declared float variable. Now you come to for loop, and we are starting at initialization is at 50. Already I told you initialization need not be 0 or 1, it may be any number depending on the requirement of your program. So we initialize at 50, and we are limiting it to 100. That means what you are expecting, 50 to 100 runs you have to make, and it is incremented by 5. That means not 50, 50, 51, 52, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, like that. Always incrementation is by 5. Thereafter, within the body, we are writing the formula for converting centigrade to Fahrenheit. Centigrade is equal to 5 into F minus 32 by 9. This is the formula that you have to write. Thereafter, every value, that means now first initial value 50, by using this formula is converted into centigrade, that is printed. Next run, what happens? It is incremented by 5. 55 is converted into centigrade, that is printed, up to 100. In the same manner all are printed. That in this way we can write very much readable code using for loop. Always you remember that writing two semicolons is a must, and you should not write semicolon either here or at the end of this. That also you must remember. If you write semicolon here, then what happens, the control never enters into body, then no executions are made. That point always you remember. So presence of two semicolons is must in for loop. So far I have explained the special syntax of for loop, and beside for, initialization, semicolon, test expression, semicolon, incrementation comes. And there are two variants or exceptions to that. Sometimes initialization may be made outside. It may be implicit initialization. Previously, in one of the programs we have seen, that is incrementation includes decrementation. For the second while loop in the program, second while loop, you didn't find the initialization. Initialization is implied. It was done by first while loop. So initialization didn't make. Then immediately while test expression started, then that program works well. In such type of cases, or sometimes program may demand you to make initialization separately. In such case, how can you write initialization? Double initialization you should not make. So here in such cases, how to write syntax? Here you see in this program number 5.8, demo program 5.8. In this, actually two values from command line arguments we are reading, and first value is assigned to C, second value is assigned to D. Okay. Now C we are using as a loop control variable, then already it is initialized. Assume that its value is 10, its value is 100. C's value is 10, that is initialization. D's value is 100. Then we have to write the for loop. No scope for initialization, already it was made outside, then also it is okay. It is not compulsory to write initialization. What is compulsory? You must write semicolon. presence of semicolon is must whether initialization is there or not. Thereafter, test expression you are writing C is less than or equal to 10. C is less than or equal to D's value 100. Then C plus equal to 10. That means, what do you mean by that? You are incrementing the loop like this 10, 20, 30, 40 up to 100. So that is the purpose. Here test expression and incrementations, only two elements we have written, and semicolon. After test expression, one more semicolon. After incrementation, no more semicolons. So within the loop SOP statement we are writing for writing C, then all these values are printed 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay. Now one more variant I have to show you. Same program, little extension. Actually, like that, C through command line, D through command line you make. What I am going to show through this demo is initialization is outside, incrementation is within the body of the loop, like a while loop. Then how to write syntax. Now initialization like this only. Thereafter D also value you are taking like this through command line. Thereafter test expression C is less than or equal to D. What does it mean? C is less than or equal to 100. Where we are writing incrementation within the body like while loop. C plus equal to 10 like this. Like this we are writing, but within the body. Here one major difference you have to find. Here we didn't write semicolon. But when you are writing incrementation separately as a separate statement within the body, writing semicolon terminating incrementation statement is a must, otherwise leads to error. Now here initialization is outside, test expression only you are writing in along with the for. Here also two semicolons or presence of two semicolons is a must, and thereafter incrementation you are making, then same result 10, 20, 30 up to 100 it is printed. Okay. Now these two variants you must understand, because you should write code according to the demand of the program, according to the readability, to improve the readability of the program, subject to the limitations of the syntax rules. In this context, two more things I have to explain. How to create an infinite loop using for. If you want to, while I showed you how to create infinite loop using while. While here just write true and body incrementation true. And in case of for loop, we have to create infinite loop, then you have to write two semicolons. Okay. Then and now automatically infinite loop is created. Thereafter this is infinite loop, and next one I have to introduce one more thing, that is null loop. Null loop means loop rotates, loop runs without doing anything. Loop runs while running a loop. For each iteration some time is taken, it may be some microseconds. Even though that means you want to create a pause, then how you can create? Suppose just you see this, for C is equal to 1, C is less than or equal to 1000, C plus plus, that's all. After that you write semicolon. What does it mean? Syntaxically you can understand it like this. Within the body you have written only semicolon. What does it mean? Semicolon means it's over. It is always telling it's over. It's over. That it tells. It's over. For telling it's over, it takes some microseconds. In that way, every time you are creating you are creating pause for few microseconds. Now how many you are creating such way? 1000. Then automatically a pause is created. Actually in graphical programs and all that, suppose you want to create multiple circles like this. Even if you create 1000 circles also like this, by increasing the radius of the circle, you cannot feel it, because it comes and goes within microseconds. Your brain is not that much smart. Your brain does not grasp it. The real graphical effect, like a flash, our brain cannot grasp it fully. So then what you do, after every circle, some null loop you create. That means a few microseconds you create one more circle, 2 microseconds, one more circle, few microseconds, like that if you give, then circles one by one like a flower, it is printed, then we can feel it, our brain can grasp it. So voluntarily in some programs, if you want to create a pause, program is being executed, and after some segment of code, if you want to create a pause and all that, to see the, to examine the real impact of one module, then you can create a null loop like this. Null loop, then just you can make it like this, and immediately after this you put the semicolon, means doing nothing, semicolon, doing nothing. How many doing nothings? 1000 doing nothings. You want bigger pause, one more zero you add, much more bigger, one more zero you add. If you want lesser, just simple 100 you put, like that. Just simply adding zeros and all that, you can increase or contract the uh, size, the time of the uh, loop presentation. So this is null loop. So you must understand what is how to create infinite loop using for, how to create null loop using for.